morning. Another set of ribs completed. I only need 4 more to be done. The main ribs, still the false ribs to do. I got a question about where to make the cut for the aileron and the flaps and how far up. And I was wondering the same thing when I first looked at the plans. I was wondering, well, you really only have one true rib at the very outside. The rest of the ribs are either going to be cut off here, and that's the flap, or cut off here, and that's the aileron. And I wasn't sure where that happens. That happens after you get all the ribs completed, and then, I'm assuming, I haven't got to that point yet, you cut them off. So for this instance, this is the flap cut off that matches up with this line here. So if you look down there, that line matches right up with a cut-off line for the flap only. And that's at 12 3/8 with this little end cap on all the ribs. So again, I haven't got that far in the instructions yet, whether you build the rib or build the entire wing with the end caps, with the spars and the main spar, and then you go and cut off a certain number, I can't even remember how many there were for the flaps, and make the other cut for the aileron, like I've got marked here. So that's where the rear spar will go. That's where that cap will go, that goes all the way along. And that's where we'll cut it for the aileron. So the cutoff for that line, it looks like, is 12.5 inches, but again, that's with the end cap on there. So I have to proceed a little further and roll out some more of these before I can get an understanding of when do you make those cuts. I'm assuming when the rib, or when all the ribs are completed and in the wing, and with all of the spars and everything in place, but I'm just going to have to read a little bit more. Maybe they're in the instructions. I've read through the book itself. I haven't gone through all these blueprints because I really don't have that much room. Nobody does. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. But I'm almost ready. I picked up some spar material. I'm going to see, I've got a nice piece of fur, nice clear straight fur for the caps, and I picked up my plywood as well. So I'm kind of getting to the point where I'll build the main spar, and then I guess it's just fitting it all together. All right, if anyone has any comments, or if you've built one already, give us a heads up on what the process is to cut out the aileron and the flap from each of the wing ribs. Thanks.